Everybody, it's Christopher Small, the unconventional attorney, the owner of CMS Law Firm. And today I want to talk to you about how to start a law firm, step one. Before I get to that though, I want to invite you to join the sanctuary or to check out the sanctuary. If you're a law firm owner, a place I created where I dive deep, I beat people up in the group, and I help them grow their businesses as big as they want them to be. So if you're a law firm owner and you are struggling or you're looking for some camaraderie, some support, some accountability, and you want to just look behind the scenes at how I do everything, come and check it out. Set up a time to chat with me. theunconventionalattorney.com/sanctuary. Okay, how to start a law firm, step one. So I've been creating content here for a long time, years and years and years and years. And I used to talk a lot more about how to start a law firm than I do these days. These days I talk a lot about creating content. I talk a lot about mindset. I talk a lot about team building and leadership. Those are things that I'm working on. I talk about also sometimes the things that people are working on in the group. But I thought it would be fun to just sort of start to create a little bit of a sequence here of what I would do step by step. So I've got just a little notepad, and as often as I can or want, I'm going to just start going out step by step how I would start a law firm if I was doing it all over again. And so this is step one. So if you are here, great. Hopefully you listen to these in sequential order, follow my advice, and you can start a law firm. It'll be great. You will probably be successful. So today, by the way, if you're going to start tomorrow, this advice might be not fast enough for you. Okay, I think if you are going to start a law firm, you should give yourself some time to put it together. You should give yourself a little bit of time to not really to strategize, but to get some clarity on what you want and where you want to go and how you are going to do it. Okay, because there's no bigger hindrance to your success as a law firm owner than not knowing what your goals are, what your true goals are, where you want to go, and who you want to be, how you want to live. These are the things that you need to answer before you start your law firm. So we're just going straight up woo-woo and deep on day one. So what I really, and these are going to take a long time. Probably you can do some of these steps in one day, probably if you want to. But instead of just going really long, I'm just going to hit these little bit by bit what I would do. And that's why I'm taking notes so I can remember where I left off, and then we can go to the next thing. So the first thing that I would do if I was going to start a law firm is I would acknowledge that I probably don't know anything about actually running a business, about being a business owner, about what that takes, what type of mindset that takes. And I would start to work on that and cultivate that. That would be my step one. In law school, they basically teach you the opposite of what you need to be a successful law firm owner. You need to be able to take some risk, right? It can be what's what I'm looking for? A calculated risk, but you're not going to know what the outcome is going to be. You need to get over that perfectionist mindset, and you also need to get out of the mindset that you are going to be the attorney in your law firm eventually. No matter what type of law firm you want to create, no matter what type of life you want to live, if you create a space where you are the one that's doing all the work, where you cannot leave, you have not created a business, you've just created a job. And we don't want to do that. So no matter what you're going to do, eventually you need to have the mindset of getting other people in there to do some work for you. Okay, that's down the road. The best way that I know how to do that is by reading some books that really do a good job of explaining it. Two of the books that I thought of immediately were ones that have really helped shape my growth as a law firm owner, not as a lawyer, as an owner of a business, okay? The first one is Built to Sell. I don't know who it's by, just Google Built to Sell. Super great book. It doesn't have anything to do with law. I think it's the guy that owns a logo design business. But it outlines all of the different specific issues and mindset problems that you're going to face as a business owner, and it helps give you an idea of how you can craft your business over time. You're not going to be hiring anybody right away, probably. You're not going to be doing any sort of like big, things, but you need to have these things in the back of your mind so that you can create them as time goes by. Okay. Number two is the slight edge. Okay, and the slight edge summed up, but I would don't just not read the book because I gave you the summary, is essentially you think about the person that you want to be, you think about where you want to go, and then you start acting like that person today and making micro decisions that will get you to the place that you want to be over time. The perfect example or a good example is always like fitness, weight loss. If you eat a cheeseburger or a bowl of pasta today, you're not going to be overweight. But if you eat a bowl of pasta every day for lunch for a year, you're going to pack some pounds on. That's the idea. Don't choose the pasta, choose the salad, okay? So read The Slight Edge, read Built to Sell. Those are the two things that I would start on right away. The third thing that I would do, step one to start a law firm, is to think about what your perfect life looks like, okay? This is gonna be hard for you to do because it's gonna immediately make you anxious and get you out of your comfort zone. You're gonna think too small and it's gonna be tricky for you to do this, okay? But just imagine, like, if there were no boundaries, what would your life look like? Where would you live? How often would you work? You know, would you walk to work? Where would your house be? What would it look like? How big would it be? What would you do on the weekends? What would you do with your spare time? Think about these things and write them down. Okay, you don't have to share them with anyone. This description, this idea of your dream life is going to change dramatically over time, but you need to start with some place that you want to go. Do you want to be a cajillionaire, you know, and own a huge law firm? Think about these things, write them down so that you can have an endpoint for the roadmap of your law firm creation process so you can get yourself to that destination. The last thing I guess I would think about too is, what do you like? What do you like to do? What do you enjoy when it comes to your work as a lawyer in general? Do you like going to court? Do you like fighting? You know, like, do you not like fighting? Well, do you have a certain passion for a certain area of law? Now remember, you're not going to be doing this area of law forever, but your passion will be absorbed by your team and your people and the things that you do and create over time. So if you like what you're doing and you enjoy the process and you enjoy the practice area, it's just going to make things a lot easier. Okay, so do those 4 things. Read Built to Sell, read The Slight Edge, think about what your perfect life looks like, and then think about what you enjoy about the law, practicing law exactly, and write those down. And we'll get to step 2. I don't know, maybe on Monday, maybe not. We'll see though. Okay, that's it. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want me to keep doing this, maybe leave me a comment. Say, yeah, keep going. I want to know what step 2 is. If you don't, maybe I'll just stop. Okay. But let me know. I think this will be fun. I'm gonna get really deep in the weeds and teach you guys a lot of stuff. So that's it. If you want to go faster, if you want the whole thing right now, join the sanctuary. Not only do you get my law firm in a box, essentially, you get to hang out with about 100 other lawyers that are doing cool, fun things as well. Okay, theunconventionalattorney.com/sanctuary. We'll get you some info on that. And that's it for today. As always, I'm Christopher Small. I'm the Unconventional Attorney. I'm the owner of CMS Law Firm. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Appreciate you. I will talk to you again soon. See ya.